Hi there, Aquarius. It's Sebastian with your March reading. I apologize for being a little bit late. I'm going to change that around. I do have my last bits for accounting, so I need to be really responsible. But I am thinking about testing out going on live. I'm going to test that out. I'm also thinking about doing weekly readings, which will be really beneficial for you, I know. Let's get on with it, Aquarius. So, in your current state, your immediate present, what's happening in your right now, it says that there's been some trapped, restricted, victimization, kind of feeling helplessness or powerless in this circumstance of what you're experiencing. But above all that, you are curious, you are wanting more of an understanding of your situation, and you're not letting the whole situation uh, tie you down. Yes, there is a confusing situation that you feel restricted in, but I feel that you've got the necessary tools and you've got things to get you out of it. You've got answers, at least some answers. So let's have a look at let's clarify basically, let's look into this a little bit more. You've got lots of indecisiveness around friends, you're thinking about their intentions, being stressed about what they're feeling or how they're impacting you right now. So there's a lot of like questioning where are your friends coming from. That's interesting because you've had a few readings in the past where it's just been your relationships have turned things upside down for you. And I don't actually think it's your family anymore or your immediate relationships. It does make more that it does make more sense that it would be friendships now. Let's have a look. So there has been a lot of burden in your past. You've been seeking out a new beginning for a while now. It's kind of like that's your priority more than anything else. But I feel that you doing that is just basically like there's like now an obsession to create new beginnings whilst you're probably not focusing at the situation at hand. And to be honest with you, the clearest answer that I can provide is maybe switch up your friends. If they're making so much stress or they're causing this kind of feeling towards you, I think letting them go would work, or just being with another group of friends for a little bit. You're Aquarians, you're the type of people that have plenty of friends. You jump in between friends. So I feel like there's an abundance of friendships. I think just gravitating yourself towards a different group of people might help you. So in this instance, also the recent past, there's been community celebrations. You've really enjoyed that. That's something that you've really enjoyed. And the influence from the past has always been your dreams, has always been what does your inner child say? It's always been there's a lot of things Aquarians, having said that though, when it comes to your inner child or wanting to make your inner child happy, I do feel that people grow out of that. And I do feel it's a positive thing to grow out of that. So I don't necessarily advise making sure your inner child is always happy. There's a time and place, obviously, when you've hit rock bottom or you don't feel safe or there's things that have happened to you, sure, search for your inner child. But I just don't think that search is warranted for your whole life. I believe that you do need to do other things as a, yeah, instead of looking for your inner child. There has been a lot of movement away from your close relationships causing you negativity. There's a lot of a movement away from that. Like, I think everyone has regrets. And I think, Aquarius, if you're in this situation, you're really summarizing your whole situation as a regret. And you're feeling, how did I get into this situation? How did I get myself into so much regret? I don't think it is a regret, to be honest with you. I don't think anything is a regret. And it would be lovely if you watch this video, it would be really lovely if you go onto live and just talk to me and I can see, clarify a few things for you. That would be great if that would works for you. So have that in the back of your mind is that I don't actually think life is a regret. So sure, the simple answer for me for you is I've never had a regret in my life, only because I believe other experiences are meant to be. I've never had a big regret in my life where I sit there and think, wow, I probably should have done that better, or I probably should have done that differently. I just don't believe that exists. I believe people have new experiences for a reason, and if something's that much of a regret, then start over. Why not? Have your say again in a way that you're pleased with though. Yeah, and two cards flew out as just as small as much as I then as much as whatever I said then, the value that I provided then, two cards fell out and it said, yes, happiness will come if there's movement away. And there could be movement away to secure your finances more, to land a better deal for you or a better housing situation for you. As soon as you're moving yourself away from the regret or maybe creating something for you that you're going to like better, the better outcome, the better things that you'll see for your life. So I think that would be the best possible course of action. And the goal that you see for yourself as well is there's divine feminine. So you're going really back into your divine feminine. You're looking back at your money. You're looking at nurturing yourself more and seeing things at a very different perspective, which is going to be good for you. I think that's awesome for you that you're planning on that as a possible goal, is seeing things through a different perspective, being inside of your feminine nature, not against it. And also your answer is yes with that, by the way. So the cards say that if you do this, yes, you're going to get the relief that you need, the answers that you are aspiring to get, and the purpose that you want for yourself. In your future, there is love, there's new feelings, there's emotional awakening, there's creativity, there's spiritualness. If you do succeed in a goal that you're manifesting for yourself, and that's to look into your divine feminine, nurturing yourself, giving yourself a lot more self care, and also moving away from the influence of somebody else, because you've had this negative experience with this man for a while, that whoever this person is, you've had this for quite like a few months, and I just don't see it getting any better, to be honest, Aquarius. So I think that you need to really make that final decision for yourself and be responsible for yourself. Nobody's going to be responsible for your happiness but you. And I think you running away from your happiness is really causing so much um dissonance within yourself that it could really be unhealthy for you. So I think aspiring to move away from negativity would really work for you in the next few months. Future influences coming in, like I said, love and all that creativity, things, the outcome, the possible outcome for the goals would be that your negative feelings comes from the feeling like you're stuck, feeling that you've got difficult choices and being in denial of being stuck. You can be stuck, but at least know that you're stuck. There's a difference. There's a real big kind of understanding of over that you can go through that. You can go through feelings of being stuck, but it's in most instances when people feel stuck, they know that they're stuck and they're not under some illusion that their circumstance or what they're going through is going to get any better for them. The people who are stuck are wise that they're stuck. So I think there's a lot of like growth that needs to be had in your circumstance in particular. So identifying, yes, I'm stuck, creating plans to move forward from being in that kind of stuckness or in that mud would really work for you. Family and friends, it seems like, yeah, there's been some fear, there's been some negativity, there's been some nightmares, there's a lot of causing of stress within your friends. And the answer with them is no, or whatever question you had in response to your friendships, the answer is no. I'm not too sure what that means. So let's have a look here. A lot of like move away from negativity is what your cards are saying, and the cards are full of water. So a lot of water signs, a lot of water situations. Like I think your water sign friends possibly are giving you the answers that you need, and you're not responding to them, or you're not seeing their true what they're trying to say to you. And I think they're actually being really nice, and I think they're providing great advice. So it's just to see them for who they are. The water signs are giving you what you need. Um, with your hopes and your dreams and your ideals, I think being wise and diplomatic and being balanced with everything would be great. Even though I'm saying move away and I'm giving you really strict kind of movement ideas, it is really nice just to center yourself in a plan of action, and understanding exactly what it is that you're trying to move away from, or what it is that you're trying to achieve. There is a lot of heartbreak as your end conclusion and your final outcome. And I knew that. I knew that something would come out of it, because I feel like you've created a life, or you've created a journey. For some of you, this journey needs to end pretty soon. For some of you, this situation needs to end just in general. There's a lot of things that is happening, but for some of you, it is as simple as moving away from the negativity, understanding it's negative, and learning from the mistakes of the past, and learning from the situations. let's have more of a clarifying understanding of this. Look, I think that when it comes to money and looking for money, the cards have said and informed when you get away from your sadness or when you get away from the negativity, your passion and your heart will get you to where you need to be. You've got two heart signs here, basically saying, you've got that broken heart card, and you've got another card as well that insinuates the heart or family or friends. And I think in this instance, look after yourself, really realize what's there for you, really realize what you want for your life, and I think things will move forward for you. I think right now it's a really confusing time, a really confusing situation for you because you do need to take a step back. You really do need to see things for what they are. And what they are is you've experienced negativity, you've had negativity in your life, and right now you're trying to find your freedom, you're trying to find your love, you're trying to find your passion. So Aquarius, it's not like you to be stuck in one place for too long. Also it's not like you to have regrets. So I'm kind of in in a kind of situation in my mind where I'm thinking you probably need to let go of those regrets and you should be okay. You should have more of the freedom. You should have more aspiring things when you let go of your regrets. But hey, Aquarius, I'll speak to you soon. Bye.